and welcome to A Kid's Point of View. So, I will be your host, Miss Nikki, and today we have my kid on the show, okay? And so, would you like to tell people your name? What's your name?
My name is Tondalea.
Her name is Tondalea. So, today we're going to be asking Tondalea a series of questions, okay? So basically what this show or segment is about, a kid's point of view. So often adults are always, we're always inserting our opinions into everything and blah 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 blah. I like to hear what kids think. I think kids are more unfiltered, um, and can be unbiased too. I think it's different when you hear things from a kid's point of view. Kids can be very simple with things and we can learn a lot from children. So, here's my baby. She's 12 years old and I just want to ask you a few questions concerning politics and religion. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right, so here we go. So, first of all, do you even know who's like running right now? Like, who's running for president?
Trump, Biden, and I think four other people.
Okay, if there are four other people, we have no clue who they are. It's only been a Trump and Biden show so far. Um, so like if you could vote, you're not old enough to vote. Your mom doesn't vote in presidential elections. If you could vote, who would you vote for and why?
I would vote for Biden because I think he did something with Obama that involved like presidency and um, because he's not as mean as Trump
Try to speak
is.
towards the mic.
He's not as mean as Trump is, and I think that maybe he'll try and help.
Okay. What do you think that Biden will try and help?
Um, um, to like help stop racism and stuff.
Help stop racism? Okay. Has he said how he's going to do that?
No,
Okay. Well, you said you'd vote for Biden, so you said you think he would help stop racism and that he's nicer than Trump. I think we can all agree on the nicer part, I guess. Okay, so why would you not vote for Trump?
because he because one time he said that he liked Mexicans, and then that's when he put Mexicans in cages, and that's not right.
You're right, that isn't right. And have you heard anybody talking about these Mexicans or Hispanics locked in these cages? Has Biden maybe said he's gonna like free them, or has anyone talked about that? Or have you
No.
heard anyone talk about it?
Well, some people on TikTok are saying that, like, when the Black Lives Matter protest is over, then they're gonna try and protest to, like, get the Mexicans out of the cages.
Okay, so basically, when we're done taking care of us, then we'll try to help them. Okay, okay. And you got this information from TikTok.
Yes, a lot of people have said it and showed some footage of them watching TV and saying stuff like that.
Okay, okay. Do you think that presidents really help change the country?
No, because no president has ever really did that, not even Obama.
Really? You don't think any president has did anything to help America?
Well, maybe Abraham Lincoln, he did.
What did he do?
He stopped slavery.
Okay.
And Obama, I think he did something, but I just don't know what it is.
What did he do for black people?
What did who do? Obama?
Yes, all the black people love him, right? So what did he do? Like, why do we love him so much? Like, what did he do?
Because he's the first African American um, president, and that he wasn't putting like people in cages and the racism was bad, but it wasn't as bad.
So you didn't answer the question. The question is, what did President Obama, under the 8 years that he was president, what did he specifically do for African Americans?
Nothing, I think.
I don't know. That's what I think too. I know the nigga did get some gas prices down. You're too young to remember that because you were like in my stomach, but gas was like off the chain, okay. And I know he did help get gas prices down. I think Obama was. I call presidents puppets. I think he was a very good puppet. Okay, let's move on to religion. I appreciate your political views. So are you affiliated with any religion?
No.
Do you know what affiliated means?
No.
Like, affiliated, do you... Shit, here, look at me trying to explain it. Are you a part of any religion? Like how you can be like a part of a club?
No.
No? Okay. So, what religion, if you could pick, because as you get older, you may want to be religious. Okay? Not everybody is. I consider myself spiritual. And for me, what that means is I take a little bit from every religion. So, I take some of the beliefs from Christianity. I may take some of the beliefs from Buddhism. Okay? I like to take a little bit from different religions. And kind of make my own religion, if you will. But I don't affiliate myself with like, oh, I'm a Catholic or I'm a Christian or I'm, whatever, Nation of Islam. I don't, affiliate myself with anything specifically. So far with what you've learned about religions, are there religions you like more than others?
I just like the religions that are nice and don't believe in hateful things.
I think most religions don't believe in hateful things, or they think they don't. So what religions like that, like what are those religions to you that are like nice and we don't believe in mean things?
Well, other than Christians.
What about Christians? Do you believe Okay, go on.
Well, they're really, Christians are really mean, so I wouldn't want to be one of them if I ever want to be, like, a religious person.
Okay, so what makes you say Christians are mean? What experiences have you had with Christians that you felt like, oh, you know what, I'm not with this?
Well, because, Christians say that if you're gay, then you are going to go to hell.
Right.
And I don't think that's true.
Why not?
Because why would God make gay people if he was just going to send them to hell?
Good question. I don't know. I didn't write those rules for that religion. Some other person did. Okay, so you're not really with the Christianity thing. Do you believe you can be a Christian and still believe that gay people are going to heaven?
No, I just don't want to be one at all.
Okay. All right. So what other religions have you learned about? Like, what other religions have you learned about?
Well, in school, they don't really say anything about religions, so...
I do remember the one time you were talking, you came home and you said, oh, and the women have to cover up and they get the rocks thrown at them if they do something. And I don't want to be that. Do you remember that?
Is that Holocaust or something?
No, it wasn't the Holocaust. It was, you learned about something in school one day. And she came home and she was like, Mom, the women got to cover up. They can only show their eyes.
And that was, I think I was talking about Muslims.
Yeah, I think you were talking about Muslims. And some Muslims are stricter than others. Some Muslims wear is it called a hijab? If I don't know the actual term, if I am like butchering anything, please comment down below. I think it's called a hijab, which is the head wrap thing. Right? Ooh. But I know stricter Muslims, they do cover up. And I know you said you had a friend at school, and one time you said she showed her hair.
Yes, but to one boy and to me, that's it.
Yeah, and I was telling her that is a big deal that your friend did that, because she is not under like it, she's not supposed to do that. Like, she's supposed to be completely covered up. So the fact that she showed her hair and she showed it to a boy, I was telling her like that's a big deal. She must really like that boy or something, because that pretty much goes against her religion. That's like her showing him a breast or something. Like, it's a big deal. You're not supposed to do it. Um, so do you think that when you grow up, like, what if you meet a man years from now and you guys would like to get married, but he's a Christian? Do you think you can marry someone that is a different religion than you?
Yes, if you don't believe in mean things. That's it.
If he doesn't believe in mean things. But what if you marry someone? What if he's Muslim and he says, I really, 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 really love you, and I really, really, really want us to be together, but you really, really got to cover up. You can't continue to show your arms and your legs. So you need to put this on. If you marry me, you are going to have to convert, you know, and be a Muslim. Would you be willing to be a Muslim, or would you be willing to compromise for someone else? Because there are some religions and they cannot marry other people outside that religion. People who are Muslims are like that. It's very rare for one person to be Muslim and the other is just like regular, like you and me. Someone's gonna have to budge. So could you do that?
No.
No. Why not?
Well, because if you love me so much, you will like me for who I am and not for what religion I am.
That is true. Someone can love you a lot, but this is their God. We're talking about like their creator. This is the person that, is over everyone. Of course, we have to love our God more than we love other people. I mean, so should he love you more than he loves his own God, and just let you kind of do what you want to do, even though according to what, their beliefs are, it's not cool to let your women like walk around in shorts. Like, dude, can't do that, like, cover up. You don't think that's okay?
Well, I don't really get your question.
You don't really get my question?
Yes.
I just simply mean like when it comes to religion for most people conquers it overpowers love. Religion is more important than love, because religion is tied to my spirituality. It's tied to me, and it pretty much determines where I'm going when I die based off of the rules of my religion. So if the rules in someone's religion is that their wife has to cover up and you love this person, would you be willing to change? Would you be willing to wear the hijab? Would you be willing to wear all the clothes and cover up every day? Would you be willing to do that? Even if you didn't believe in it, would you be willing to do that? For someone, to marry someone?
No.
No. Okay. Me neither. Do you think that parents should force their religion on their children? So, for example, I grew up a Christian. My grandmother was a Christian, which was passed, on to her children, my aunt and mom. Even though my aunt and mom are Christians and none of them exude any kind of Christian anything, that's what the box that they, like to to check off. I think my mom will say she's more spiritual or something. But um I grew up and I had to go to church every Sunday. I went to a private school from 4th to 8th grade.
You're lucky.
I'm lucky because I went to a private school. What
And
was
because you went to church. I like going to church and hearing the music.
Yes, it's usually what comes after the music that becomes the issue. Everyone likes the music. And I like the music about church too. I actually still listen to gospel music. I love gospel music, especially when I'm feeling down. But the question is, do you believe parents should force their religion on their children? I was forced to go to church, um, but even at your age and younger, I would always ask questions in Sunday school that they just simply couldn't answer. They would say, "Oh, we'll get back to you next week, Sister Rush." You know how they do, Sister Rush. Get back to you next week, and figure out how Noah got all the animal. They always would do shit like that, and then it would be some real like dumb, superficial answer that they like made up. But I always questioned. I never just accepted that this was the one religion that I had to be, and if I wasn't, then like I was going to hell. I always questioned it because there are other religions. There's other options out there. Um, but I was forced to just, believe this is the only religion you should be. Do you think that that's fair that just because your parents are Christian or Catholic or whatever it is they are, if they're atheist, agnostic, do you believe that they should push their religious views on their children, or do you believe children have a right to decide what religion they want to be?
The second one, children have a right to decide what religion they want to be.
Right, they should have a right to decide. Because what works for me may not work for you, you know? Okay, do you believe that if you are not like, do you believe that there is one right religion? Like how they say Christianity like is the only religion that will get you into heaven. If you're any other religion, like you're going to hell. Do you believe that there is like this one religion floating out there that, and we just gotta like figure out which one it is, and that's the best one, like that's the actual religion God wants us to be to get to heaven? Or do you believe that if you are generally a good person who does good things and has good karma, meaning you do something good for me, karma, the universe blesses you with something good? Or do you believe being a good person in general will get you into heaven?
A good person in general will get you to heaven.
Okay. So what do you believe are the requirements to get into heaven?
Well, I think you just have to do good things.
Do good things. Okay. What do you think are the requirements to get into hell?
You do bad things your whole life.
Your whole life. Okay. So like if you just do bad things some of your life, you're good?
Well, if you do more bad things than good things, then you can't go to heaven. But if you do more good things than bad things, then you probably can go to heaven.
What about people that have never heard of God, Jesus, heaven or hell? Where do they go? If they didn't even have the option of knowing if they did these good things, they have this great place to go to, or knowing if they do a whole bunch of bad things, they have a bad place to go to. Where do they go? Because not everyone knows about Jesus.
Well,
What are their options? Is it fair for them to go to hell when they didn't even know about this religion? They didn't know the rules. Nobody told them. Like, I didn't know. What about them?
I think they can go to heaven.
So they kind of get like a little pass.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I guess, I feel like that's fair. If you didn't even know, like, how am I going to burn forever? All right. That's pretty cool. So, you said like, as long as you don't do things wrong your whole life, like, as long as you're not doing like bad things, then, you can get to heaven, right? Okay. So what about the 10 Commandments?
Huh?
Do you know that what the 10 Commandments are?
No.
Okay, so that's like Christianity 101. The 10 Commandments are 10 rules, and these are like the big ones that you are supposed to follow. So one is like love God, okay, just love Him. Two, you're not supposed to worship any other gods, no false idols, okay? So you can't be over here praying to God and then be over here like talking to Buddha. You can't do that. Three, never take God's name in vain. So you say, oh my God, you cannot do that. Four, go to church. Five, honor your father and mother. You respect your father and mother. That's in the Bible. You got to follow that one. Six, don't murder. Seven, don't cheat. Eight, don't steal. Nine, don't lie. 10, don't lust. So 10, lusting shouldn't be like you want something someone else has so bad. Oh, I wish I had that car. I wish I had her clothes. I wish I had her money. I wish I had her man. I wish I had them kids. Lusting. Like you shouldn't lust after something someone else has. So those are the 10 Commandments, right? You're not supposed to do those things. Like, not. So those 10 Commandments pretty much covers all the bad shit in a nutshell. Okay? So like stealing is bad, right? It's bad to steal. If I go in someone's house and I take something and they don't know, that's bad. That's stealing, right? If I do that my whole life, that's bad, right? Okay. What about if I have no money and I gotta feed you and I steal some food to feed you? Is that bad?
Well, no, because you're just trying to survive.
I'm just trying to survive, right? What if someone's attacking me and I kill them? They're trying to kill me, I kill them. Is that bad?
Yes, but the other person should never attacked you.
Okay. So how come it's not bad that I stole, but it's bad that I killed? Both are
Well,
in the 10 Commandments, so you're not supposed to do either. One of them you justified. You said, well, you were hungry. It's all right. How come it's bad that I murdered, even though he was attacking me?
well, you have to use self-defense.
Right. But you said it was bad. I'm asking, like, what was bad?
That he murdered someone,
Okay.
and that's it. That he murdered someone.
So you see how now also in the Bible it says all of these rules they hold the same weight, okay? Stealing is as bad as killing, lying is as bad as lusting. Um but I think that's a way to rationalize. Because even according to the law of the land, stealing isn't as bad as killing cuz if someone steals something and I kill someone, I'm going to go to jail a little bit longer than the person that stole like a Snickers bar or something. Okay? But that's why me personally I choose more the spiritual side because everything is not so black and white, you know? Some things have a gray area. Yes, it's bad to steal in the 10 Commandments, but I have to feed my child. Should I let my child die? Or should I steal some food and feed her? Yes, you should never murder, take anybody's life, but if you got a knife to my neck and you're trying to kill me, I gotta get you first, you know? So, yes, it's still wrong to murder, but is it wrong when you're trying to murder me? It's all self defense. Because then the Bible says turn the other cheek. Turn the other cheek means if someone does something bad to you, you don't retaliate. You just pretty much turn the other cheek and they do it again. So, I don't know. I believe that people should be whatever they want to be when it comes to religion. People should vote whoever they should vote for whoever they want to vote for. I think people put way too much pressure um on people to like vote in religion. I just think politics and religion it's like a chokehold. What do you think? Do you think people put too much pressure on these elections to vote? Do you think when people say vote, they just automatically think you're going to vote for Biden?
No.
No. You don't think that?
Say it again.
Like, do you think there's a lot of pressure put on people to vote?
No.
No?
I think yes now, because because let's see. What if the president they voted for does a lot of bad things like how Trump did?
So you don't think Trump will win?
I don't know if he will win because I haven't seen the number
But what do you
scores.
think? Who do you think's gonna win? Trump or Biden? I mean, the election's in 2 days. Who do you think's gonna win?
I think Biden is gonna win
Really?
because yes,
Based off of what?
because a lot of people, I've heard a lot of people like in the comments on TikTok and just making regular videos
Yeah.
saying stuff like Biden 2020. Only it's rare to me if I see someone on TikTok saying Trump 2020.
Okay. So you pretty much your news source and stuff comes from TikTok.
Well, they show real news on there. It's just that they use this live screen thing, and when the TV's on, you can record it and it shows you everything that's on the TV.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get my phone real quick. I'm gonna see if we can look on the internet and kind of see who they're saying is like kind of like winning right now or whatever. Trump versus Biden, baby. Trump versus Biden, baby. So, Biden's lead looks like your man's winning. Biden's lead over Trump narrows slightly to 8 points.
Slightly to 8 points.
So that's really all I see. Let's look at some election updates. Oh God. So basically, it looks like they're kind of neck and neckish. To me, that's how it seems. Neck and neckish, at least in the Midwest, apparently.
There are that many Trump supporters.
There aren't that many Trump supporters. Then how did he win the first time?
I said there are.
Yeah. There's a lot of people who would vote. If I knife to my neck.
It was 30%.
I don't know, but if I knife to my neck had to vote. Ooh. I don't know.
It's not that hard.
It is that hard because there are other factors that go into it that I cannot discuss with you because of your age, which influences my decision. So if I absolutely, positively had to vote, I would vote for Trump. I'd vote for Trump because
you already know what he's gonna do.
We're already used to the bullshit. So I can get through another 4 years of it.
I can't with that.
Biden hasn't really said too much for my taste. He's just kind of there saying he's going to make it better. He's kind of like, when you break up with your boyfriend and then the new guy comes along. He's like, I'm not nothing like that other guy because I'm like the best. Like, I never hurt you. I never hurt you, girl. And then he does the same shit the other dude did. Or he does it in a different way. So I just feel like, I don't know. Biden hasn't said anything that would make me just run out and vote for him. He hasn't touched anything in me. He hasn't. Yeah, he hasn't done anything for me. He hasn't moved me in any way. He just.
So you're a Trump supporter?
No, I'm saying if I had to vote, I wouldn't vote for Biden. I mean, if there was anyone else on there besides Trump and Biden, I'd just vote for him. But if it's just down to these two, like it is, you know what I'm saying? Then yeah, that's what I would do. I mean, if I had to. If I had to, knife to throat, gun to temple, then yes, that's what I would do. But yeah. I don't know. They're both horrible people to me. But Biden, I don't know. He's been in politics so long, he hasn't done nothing, man. Nothing. I don't know. He hasn't done shit. So yeah, I'd rather go with the guy saying something then the guy's saying nothing. That's just how I feel. Like Biden isn't saying anything. That's how mommy feels. That's how
Maybe
I
he
feel.
doesn't know what to say.
Okay, well then you can't be running the country. You don't know what the fuck to get up there and say. At least Trump may be saying some crazy shit, but he's saying something. He may be saying some off the wall stuff, but he's saying something to get something stirred in you. Biden is just like, oh man, like, no, that's not true. Like, I'm gonna make shit so great. If you're black, like, you just need to vote for me. I got this black chick. I'm trying to make vice pres. Like, what's
Maybe
up?
that's Michelle Obama.
Huh?
Maybe he's talking about Michelle Obama.
He's talking about Camilla Harris.
Who's that?
I don't know. She's like this. I think she's. Oh, let's look the bitch up. I think she ain't she trying to be the vice president, correct? Don't get me fucking lying. She's trying to be the vice president, I think. Or she's like on his campaign. I know she's for Biden. Camilla Harris. Y'all want me to vote? Crazy. Yeah, U.S. vice president for Biden. She's black enough. Bitch is black enough. Okay, she definitely got melanin in her. They tried to whiten her up with the hair and everything, but she nigga, for real. But yeah. So how'd you like our talk?
I don't know.
We don't know. We got some pretty interesting points of view from you. I think for your age, I think you're pretty good in these areas. You're pretty level-headed. You know, I don't like to just put my whatever on you. I think you should have your own. Hello, Miss, we're in the middle of a show.
I wasn't getting that.
I think you should have your own unbiased. Now, I'm not gonna lie. If you come home one day and be like, "Mom, I'm interested in being a Jehovah's Witness," you know, of course, I'll be like, oh, "Let's talk." You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, do you? Do you explore? Keep your mind open. You know, don't let anyone say this is right or this is wrong. It has to be on what makes you comfortable. You don't have to be religious. You don't have to vote. Like, you don't have to do things that you're not comfortable doing or that you don't want to do. You don't have to. Just because everyone else is doing it. I actually know several people. I'm not gonna name them or anything, but I know several people that are like, "Bitch, I'm not voting," or "Bitch, I would vote for Trump because Biden ain't." Same shit I'm saying. Like, Biden ain't really doing it for me. And they're scared to death to say anything about it because they don't want to be judged. If just those few people I know are saying that, how many other people feel that way? I think we live in a shameful society. Like, people are going to be shamed for not voting between two pretty bad options. You know what I mean? So don't feel bad. I'm not feeling bad. You know what I mean? Y'all know me. I think presidents are picked anyway. So I think Trump's going to win again. I mean, if we want to know what's going to happen, like, just turn on an old episode of The Simpsons. They pretty much got it down. But yeah, I thank you. Thank you for being on my show. Okay, so appreciative of having a kid's point of view on some of these very tough subjects of religion and politics. Okay. All right, so Talia, thank you for being on my show. Until next week, you have a wonderful day. You guys like, you guys share, you guys subscribe. Have a wonderful day and be safe.